and welcome to episode 18 of Talk a Good Game. Tonight we're going to be looking ahead at the weekend when West Ham United try to entertain Norwich City at Upton Park. I'm joined by two people tonight who you've seen before, who watch the show every week. We've got on the more regular person, Scott. Hello, Scott.
How you doing, Gio? You okay?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. And he made his debut last week, but he's back again. Tom, hello.
Hello.
Well, we'll crack on. Hopefully the show's okay, but one thing it will be better than is the Spurs song. Have you seen that, Scott?
I haven't. No, what's this?
Oh, you need to go have a look. I'm not even going to try and sing it. Tom, have you seen it?
No, I haven't. He dropped it on me. What is it?
This show's crap so far. After this, there'll be a way to watch it, but I assume most of you have seen it, and it is horrible. Anyway, Tom, what's your thoughts on Norwich City?
Alex Neil was their boss, isn't it? Alex Neil, yeah. He's got a good. I think they're in a good run. I think they've done well. I think they've got 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. So yeah, they're a good organised team. You know, it's going to be a bit more of a harder. It's going to be a bit more of a harder challenge than Newcastle, I think. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more difficult.
Scott, what's your opinions on Norwich City?
I think the grafters. I've got them for going down, but watching them against Liverpool, they just don't know when they beat. That's their problem. They just don't know when they beat. But these are matches that we should be winning.
Yeah, I'm actually quite a big fan of Norwich and the way they play football. It's more of a fan of Alex Neil, actually. I really liked what he did up in Scotland, and he's taken that down to England, and he's doing really well. He dragged them up to the Championship. You said you've got money on them to go down, Scott. I've got money on them to finish in the top 10. That's how much I rate Alex Neil, and they're going okay so far. The one thing we can be glad about is they're going to have to make a change because they've played Matt Jarvis the last couple of games. He's obviously going to be ineligible. But I do worry that Nathan Redmond's going to go toe-to-toe with Aaron Creswell, and I think he's been a bit off the pace so far this season. Tom, does Nathan Redmond worry you at all, or do you think we should be able to handle him okay?
We should be able to handle him. I'm pretty confident Creswell gets a bit of a rest, and I think he'll be fine. It's more the other side I'm more worried about, to be honest.
What's that, sorry?
It's the other side I'm more worried about, Jenkinson's side. So.
Yeah, Tom's not a great fan of the Jenkinson deal or Jenkinson at all. Scott, the Norwich record I'll read out to you, see if this changes your mind. Head-to-head over forever really, with won 14, drawn 4 and lost 4 at Upton Park against Norwich City. It's quite an impressive record though, isn't it, Scott?
No, it's different times. Different times now. We've got a different team. Different ethos. Times are good now. They're there for the taking.
Yeah, and also Mr. Referee in the middle is Mike Dean. We'll get your view on that in a second, Tom. He reffed the Arsenal-Chelsea game at the weekend, in case you wonder why I'm bringing him up, because it's obviously been in the papers non-stop. Also, last season under Mike Dean, we won 1 game, drawn 1 game, and we lost 2. And he has sent off, he's shown 4 red cards in his last 10 games. And I think he's done about 32 bookings, so he's very card happy. Tom, are you a bit worried with the man in the middle?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about referees, hasn't there, the last couple of days, especially with him, as you said, in that game. And yeah, I just think they've got a bit of a bit of an ego issue, haven't they, really? And yeah, and I think it's been brought up on a few other channels that they don't really get brought to book enough, you know. And I hope that obviously he's learned his lessons and he has a good game for us. And all we ask is that they're honest and that, you know. And yeah, but yeah, you're all right. Out of all the referees, he's the one that sticks out, isn't he? Because he's got a bit of an ego. But,
yeah, I don't mind him too much. I'm quite into my referees from a betting perspective. I try and look at things like that, and I don't mind him too much. Scott, do you think he's going to be making up for last weekend? Do you think he's maybe going to be a bit lenient with the cards? Because obviously he showed Gabriel the red card and it's got rescinded. He didn't give Costa 1. He's been told that he should have given him 1. Do you think maybe this is going to play on Mike Dean's mind and it's going to affect his performance a wee bit?
No, I don't mind him actually. I think he's a professional. I think he gives them as he sees them, and I think he's a guy that'll stick by what he believes in. But it'll be worth a tenner on Mark Noble getting sent off, won't it?
Well, I'm not going to do that because I had money on Mark Noble getting booked against Man City, and for a change, Mark Noble actually behaved. Tom, you were at the game last night. Are you worried that Saturday is going to be a repeat of last night where Leicester City did what we did to Newcastle? They sat in and said, let's see what you've got, and we struggled, and they hit us on the counter-attack time and time again. Are you not a bit worried that Norwich City are going to do that? They're going to defend deep. Are you confident that we can open them up? Because we did it with Bournemouth and Leicester. Well, we did, but we also conceded.
I mean, did you guys see the game at all last night? Did you watch the stream?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our short passing and things looked very, very good, and I think it's a work in progress, you know. But the final sort of, you know, you can see when Pat coming, it's the last ball sort of thing, and we get Sarko back. I think he'll be back at the weekend, and yeah, it's just, yeah, you are right. Yeah, I think Norwich, yeah, I think teams, yeah, they play very similar to Leicester, and that's why we play, yeah, hit each other on the break. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game to see how it pans out. But I think we have got enough in our arsenal. As Scott said, it's a game we should be winning. So, but obviously, I just don't want us to get too complacent. To be honest, like a bit like about like when we turn up at Arsenal, how we like Arsenal were fans with us. You know, I don't want us to get a bit complacent. So I think we should go into every game as if we've got to win it. And like there, because at the end of the day, the Premier League is getting to that sort of league now, isn't it? You know, where every team deserves to be in the league, and it's going to be a scrap every game, you know. So,
yeah, Scott, team selection. Oh, we obviously had 120 minutes last night. Some of the players obviously played the whole of it as well as the game on Saturday. Do you think we're going to see a bit of rotation?
No, I see it as we played at City with the same kind of techniques, and I like that as well. I think if we graft hard, which we're going to have to do from game to game, it's like Tom was saying. Every game's hard now. You know, you've got your Leicesters and your Norwiches that play similar to us. But I reckon we've got that creativity in the middle now. So just stick to what works for us. Graft hard, and we'll get our results.
Yeah, I think we might see a couple of changes. I think we might see Antonio come in because he'll be a bit fresher than the ones last night. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Koyate come back into the middle of the park, maybe for Obiang. But I think Noble looked absolutely knackered. But I thought he played really well, though, Noble. Neck on the line time now, guys. As you'll know, Tom, I called the draw correctly for last night and said it would go to extra time, as well as saying we'd beat City 2-1, so pressure on myself.
You did guess 2-2 though, didn't you? It was 1-1. So.
But actually, I can remember it was 1-1 or 2-2. But Tom, prediction time. What's your score?
I mean, I'm not very good at these either, to be honest. I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to go for 1-0 the Hammers. It's going to be a very, very tight game. And I'm going to go 1-0.
And Scott, what's your prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1 for us.
I'm going to say 2-2. I'm not very confident about this one. I actually think this is one of Bilic's bigger tests. I think this is where the pressure's on Bilic. There's a lot of focus on us saying, well, you're third in the league for a reason. You've been scoring for fun. And I think we're going to struggle against Norwich, actually. I think they're a really well-oiled team. And I think we're going to really struggle to break them down. But I hope not. Obviously, I hope you're right, Scott, and I hope we see goals and the 3 points. But anyway, guys, remember to subscribe to our channel. Just hit that subscribe button as well and go to hammerschat.com to find the forum and our social media links. The match thread for Saturday, you do not have to be a member. You can post as a guest. Scott, thank you very much for giving up your time.
Thanks very much for inviting me on, and high 6 to Norwich.
No need for that. Tom, thank you very much as well.
Cheers. Yep. A pleasure as always.
And if you haven't seen it, go watch that Tottenham video. It's a joke.